All right, Rick. Got a couple questions for you regarding labels of wine bottles.
Okay.
I don't think your average person understands what everything on a wine bottle means, or on the wine label, I should say.
Okay.
So it tells us like this Raymond Oakville Napa Valley Cabernet, 2006, right?
Yes. I
So-
love this label. It's so clean.
Yeah, just nice and simple. We can see that on the camera, right? It is clean, so you know what you're buying. But each one of these things means something, right?
Yes.
So Oakville, the appellation, the
Yes.
varietal is Cabernet, and the vintage 2006. So explain
Yeah.
that a little
So
bit.
we start out with the winery, Raymond.
Okay.
So that's the winery.
made it?
That's
Yeah.
the owner. Oakville is an appellation within Napa Valley.
Okay.
And they've been nice enough to put Napa Valley on here as
So we know
well.
where
They
it's
could
at,
actually
yeah.
just say Oakville.
Okay.
But what that means is that most of these grapes came from Oakville, and this particular wine is probably 100%.
Okay.
But regulations say that 75%, maybe above, depends on the state, must come from this appellation.
Okay.
We moved down to Cabernet Sauvignon, so that's the grape varietal. And once again, there's a percentage issue there. So, and it depends on the state. At least 75% of these grapes were Cabernet.
Okay.
And then the other 25% gives the winemaker a little bit of leeway so that they can maybe
That's
put
what I was
some
gonna
glow
ask.
in
Okay.
there. Maybe the wine, they just don't feel like this wine's perfect, and they want to play around with it a little. So gives them a little leeway.
So they can deliver you a better,
Yeah.
wine.
Yeah,
Okay.
now this could be 100% Cabernet too. We just don't know.
Okay.
And then obviously the vintage, the year that the grapes were harvested.
Okay. And so some of them will say on the blend, it'll tell you on the back when it says
Mhm.
Cabernet, it'll say 90% Cabernet and 5% Petit Verdot,
Yeah.
5% Merlot, or whatever.
Yeah, and the back is also a great place to look. It gives the winery the options to go outside of even the legal requirements
yeah.
for the wine, and they can explain the wine a little better.
And
Sometimes
some
they
of
do,
them have fun
sometimes
with
they
it,
don't.
right?
Yes.
Like Molly Duker, I know always
Yes.
has a blast with theirs.
Yes,
Okay.
but also, in the other, if you're really a wine geek, you can always go out on the internet. You can even
Find a ton, yeah.
find a ton of information about these wines. If you want to know what bricks the grapes were picked at, the barrel aging process, maybe even the yield. There's usually the wineries always do a very good job of providing that detailed information.
Cool. Awesome. I think that's it. If you guys have any other questions you want to ask Rick from Vintage, get a hold of us on Facebook at facebook.com/vintageWineShop or on the Contact Us page at vintageWineShop.com. Thanks, Rick.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Clint.